All right, guys. Welcome back. As we round up the first round, a couple of games have gone into game 7 to be exact. 3 games and counting. Amazing stuff happening in the NBA playoffs. Like I said, I do think it's about time the 3-game win sure deal to be broken. So as I said, I'd hoped the Lakers wouldn't, but of course, thankfully, timely, Reeves came back in time and saved the day. The Lakers were also bound to be eliminated, but thankfully, the return of Reeves saved that team, so they are through. More on that later. And of course, the other 3 games that I'm talking about is, of course, the Pistons and Magic series, which is now tied 3-3 after tonight's game. Amazing, and records were set. The greatest comeback ever in the playoffs. More on that later. Then, of course, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Raptors. Is also going for a game 7, and amazing finish, a wild finish to that one. More on that shortly. Then, of course, to wrap it up is the Celtics 76ers game, which is also going for a game 7. So it's interesting that during the regular season, the Western Conference was more entertaining with the best teams, I would say. But of course, of late, the East has also caught up, and the entertainment is actually good, and some of the best players actually in the East, some of these teams, and you can see it clearly here how it is neck to neck. 3 games, and all of them are in the Eastern Conference, among the Eastern Conference teams. So let's jump into the first game that was played on the night. That was, of course, the series against the number 1 seed in the East taking on the 8th seed Magic. And of course, this was a tale of 2 sides. If you watched it early, you would have given up and maybe wrapped it up for the Pistons, but it wasn't the case. So if you missed the second half, you probably are shocked at this point in time. So things turned, and of course, Cade made sure that the Pistons push this to the limit so that they can show why they are the number 1 seed in the East. And you can see there on the series averages, the Pistons are averaging 100.2 points as a team, which has actually surpassed Magic's, because before this game, Magic's was winning, I think by just a single point. I forget the exact, but they were winning. They had scored more points on average. And but this point in time, you can clearly see that the Pistons are in ascendancy. And of course, Magic's are still at 98.3 points in the series averages. Then, of course, when you look at the rebounds, the Pistons are also winning with 48 rebounds in these games. They have played 6 games at the moment. Then, of course, assists 19 to the Pistons, and the Magics, of course, win with 20. And of course, Cade continues to lead the way with becoming the series leader. So let us jump into the highlights of this one.
Had 5 threes. Here is Robinson, a fake, and he takes it in and tapped in by Durant, who is right there on the doorstep.
And that's huge for Durant to be able to see the ball go through, and that time not off of a set play, but his activity put him in a position to get an offensive rebound.
Desmond Bane 3.
And that's the matchup that Detroit won at that time. Cunningham not able to make it count.
In the corner, 3. Could put in Jamal Cain. Tobias in his 15th NBA season, a former Magic player. Inside, got it to go.
And again, in transition, secondary break is harder to match.
Now, of course, this one, just to wrap it up for you guys, as you can see the highlights right there, the Pistons rallied from 24 points down to beat Magic 93 to 79 and forced a game 7 after Orlando goes ice cold. Like I was telling, this was a tale of two tales. If you watched the first half, you probably thought Magic's had this one wrapped up, but it wasn't the case. Cade would not let them lose this game. Cade, of course, scored 32 points, and the top-seeded Detroit Pistons pulled off an incredible rally Friday night, erasing 24-point deficit, beating Orlando Magic 93 to 79 to force a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference first round series. And of course, at halftime, the Detroit Pistons trailed by 22 points. But the Orlando Magic eventually gave it up, and of course everything changed at that point. So this is the second quarter. Let us watch more of the highlights.
De Silva, the fake, the drive. He'll go in the paint with a floater on the fly for the deuce. And here we go with Banchero. Stewart will defend. He'll make a move, barreling his way into the paint. He'll put up that short-range shot. Rebound inside, uncorking. I mean, this has been a grisly series.
Yeah, but it's old school basketball with a little new school flair, so to speak.
Black three. Batanze again. Vacuums it in and puts it down. Rebound, Durham, no. Cleaned it up, Suggs the rebound. Flying down court, Black, wow! Anthony Black.
I got a chance to cover him, his career at Michigan, and how he's grown so much as a player. And you saw that same progression once he got to the NBA.
Orlando's on a 15-2 run, pickpocketed and then retrieved by Suggs. He'll trudge his way to a position and fire a three. That is maneuver, and it's Duran. Driving Robinson. Driving Harris across the lane and off the glass for two. Orlando at 56 for the game, down to 40% for the Pistons. It's Cunningham for two. Thompson the rebound offensively. Cunningham again. Banchero in his way, and he drives with the left-handed two.
Their starters kind of re-enter the game.
It's Harris. And defended down low. Wendell Carter the handoff. It's Payne with the three. Thompson sets up with a long fadeaway two. In fives. It's Banchero, and Tobias Harris is there. Slicing into the paint.
They're getting different shots and different ball gets kicked out. Because he's a non-shooter, it takes away an open opportunity to shoot. You end up near the end of the shot clock because of his reluctance.
You can clearly see by halftime the lead had ballooned, and whoever ended watching this game at halftime thought probably Orlando would wrap this one up. 22 points was the lead that Orlando Magic had earlier on in the third quarter. And but unfortunately, the Magic looked absolutely poised to become the 7th, 8th seeded team to eliminate a number 1 seed in the first round. They were poised to do that. But unfortunately, everything changed. Everything changed. The Magic became the first team since 1996-1997 season, when play-by-play began getting tracked digitally, to lose to lose at home after leading by at least 24 points with a chance to win a series. That was the record that was set. Cade would not let his team lose.
Defense, aggressive play by Detroit. Robinson three, good!
5 for 8 from the three-point shot, and you're getting to your spots inside the lane. You better score 45.
Robinson three, and look at this. Look what's happened. Banchero rams his way into the paint. De Silva open, free to fire a three. Boy, they needed that in the worst way. With Harris there, single-digit shot clock. In the corner, Black for three. 2 in a row from distance.
Ball through the hoop.
It's Reed. Cunningham after one. Shot clock at 4. Underneath. It's Reed who caught it on a good feed on top. 35-12. Lopsided quarters, back-to-back. Bain charging inside, hit the deck, couldn't get it. Thompson back in on the fly. Robinson high off the glass. And Jenkins begins it on top. Has the defensive Suggs right there. They got Kane defending Cunningham. Doubled, already got it to go, pulling the trigger. Steal, Banchero in the way. Puts on the brakes. Shot clock is down to 4. He'll dance, he'll fire. Bullseye. Got it. Here comes Suggs. It's tipped away. Cunningham the steal. Banchero in the way. Puts on the brakes. Up and in. They've tied it. They've come back to tie. 19 consecutive missed shots by the Magic. Harris against Suggs. Shot clock at 4. Twisting here. Got it. Silver lining. Cunningham trying to barge his way. He'll put up a 3. Good! That was a big hit. Wow.
Ice cold.
30 points. 17 in the quarter for Cunningham. Inside Carter. Knocked away by Thompson. The clock at 6. Harris. Thompson. Robinson 3. Good!
You should give away some free crazy bread for that game. Oh,
They might. There's a nice move inside. Banchero.
Valuable time.
Yes, and he's holding on to his left hamstring. Here's Jenkins finding Harris. And the little short 2. They have faced elimination 2 consecutive times. The #1 seed.
It was a massacre. King Cade ensuring that the Detroit Pistons make it to game 7. They started a bit wobbly, but now they seem to be back on their firm footing. And of course, as you can see right there, the series are back into their hands now. It is entirely up to them. They are home. They have home court advantage in game 7. So if they drop that one, they have no one else to blame except themselves. And I do believe that this is one of the teams that is poised to break that 3-game existing record. All right, as you can see right there, the team comparison, Detroit Pistons finally tips the scales towards their side. They have the advantage in the series after struggling earlier on in the series. And you can see right there the contribution of Cade in the points. He has the bulk chunk of the points, 32.5 points contributed. Then on the other side, it is Paolo Banchero doing the bulk chunk in points, 24.3. Then in the rebounds arena, it is Isaiah Thompson doing it for the Detroit Pistons with 9.5, and Paolo Banchero trailing slightly with 9 as well. Then in the assists column, it is of course Cade 6.3. Paolo Banchero, they have the same number of assist averages per game. Then in the blocks, it's Isaiah Thompson and Wendell Carter. All right, that's how that one ended, of course. Then after that, of course, came the game that was against Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Raptors in that game. This was an amazing one. It actually even went into overtime so that the Raptors were able to even out the series and push for a game 7. So let's jump right straight into the highlights of this one.
Mobley nearly stripped. Mobley, hard drive, dump off. Allen with the reverse. Dribbles out of trouble. Shot clock winding down. Pirtle out to Shed for 3.
A great patience.
That is second year, having some solid moments so far in the postseason for Toronto. Harden couldn't put it in, got it back, and got the leg. The NBA during the regular season in fast break points per game. Mitchell, push off, fires, and hits.
this in the open, averaging just under 39 points per contest in game 6s in his career. Strus for three, got it.
Tough, just coming out with the quick handoff from Mobley.
Early 5-point advantage for the Cavaliers. Barrett from downtown, good. C&B has the defensive assignment, runs right through a Mitchell screen. Mobley downhill, lost it. Pass up ahead to Battle, quick trigger, Battle!
Those 4 3-pointers he had in game 3 and back home and comfortable behind the 3-point line.
Didn't waste any time. This is Mobley now. Deep in the paint, put it in with the left. On every possession, they haven't had a turnover. That's a three. Jacoby Walter from downtown. Merrill trying to find some daylight, fires, it hits.
Sam Merrill's made some of the toughest shots of his young career in this series. There's another one.
Raptors not giving up anything easy. Walter, the reverse leg. Cavaliers by 6. Barnes spinning, firing, and hitting. Schroeder. Toss over to Mobley. Mobley battling inside. Mobley flips it up and in.
To LeBron being a tank to mid-range mastery to Kevin Durant.
C&B. Pink. And this is Scotty Barnes. Going at Tyson here in a crowd and still put it in. Barnes pull up over Bryant, left it short, back tap, and way to keep it alive. Mamou Kalashvili making the play. Barnes out to Barrett for 3. Tyson for 3, good.
Yeah, you got to do
Part
that.
of the box out. Up ahead to Barnes. Doing a little bit of everything so far. Pardo blocked at the rim by
To that identity.
Barnes down the lane, outside to Shed. Boom! Strus. Got a screen from Mobley. Dump off to Allen. Allen muscling inside, puts it in with the short hook.
Great use of the left hand.
Atkinson wanted to see more force, physicality from his Cavaliers. 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Mobley got a 3.
And out for one.
The veteran, attack mode, had it poked away. Another live ball turnover. Barrett! Harden, attack mode, lost the handle, got it out to Wade for 3.
Looked like a travel, but the bobble allowed another step for Harden. And a huge 3 by Wade.
Pass inside, Murray boils the leg. Schroeder stopped in the lane, lost the handle, ball on the floor, scooped up by Allen. To a cutting Mitchell for 2. Barnes inside, Barnes muscling in for 2. Harden on the logo. Toss out, Wade for 3, bullseye. Made the catch, Allen had it blocked by Murray Boyles. Mobley!
In each of these plays to just try to get possession has been awesome.
Dump off, Walter, patient, got the finish! It's on the night, has come alive in the second half. Nice time! Mobley with the throwdown. 22. Good defense. Former defensive player of the year making a play. Mitchell, step through, floater is good. Murray Boyles, outside, extra pass, Walter, cash!
Crowd coming alive.
Harden, toss out, Mobley, 3-ball, corner pocket! Cavs have no timeouts, inbound to Mobley. Mobley, attack mode inside, Mobley the finish! Barnes, 5 seconds. Barnes, over to Shed. Shed double clutch, rims out. Raptors scored just 12 points in the fourth. Murray Boyles got the bounce.
Didn't look like RJ had a clean catch on that one, Grady, but still let it go.
Harden to the rack. Mitchell driving, kisses it off the glass for two. Base leaves it for Shed. Shed step through.
Side Barnes on Allen.
Off the mark. Shot and game clock nearly identical. Raptors will eventually need to foul. Looking for Lawson. They're looking for a turnover first before foul. Schroeder got it ahead to Mobley, out of bounds. 7, down 1. Barnes on the move. Toss out. Barrett 3. Off the heel. And in. Cade. Harden over to Mobley. Got it off. Short. Game 7.
Amazing scenes right there. Wild finish right there, and you can clearly see Mobley had the chance to get back, but it was not to be for them, unfortunately. So maybe a final look at the stats in that game, see kind of who has the edge on the other in this series. Of course, you can clearly see it is even. It is even when you look at the team comparisons in the series. It's both teams 101.5, 101.5 points. Well, I'm only looking at the points metric. The rest, of course, they vary and all that, but the points, they are evenly matched teams. So really, I do not know who's going to win, but on paper, Cleveland Cavaliers clearly are a better team, but the Toronto Raptors have been amazing in this series as well. So on that one, I will not pick a side, but I would hope Toronto Raptors would go through, but let's wait and see. So maybe a look at the players' stats. It is Donovan Mitchell leading the way for the Cleveland Cavaliers with 23.3 points. RJ Barrett on the other side with 24.3 points. Then in rebounds, it's Evan Mobley with 8.8 rebounds. RJ Barrett still with 7.5 rebounds for the Toronto Raptors. Assists, it's James Harden. But of course, Scottie Barnes leads the way in the series with 9 in for the Toronto Raptors. Then the blocks, it is Barrett Allen with 2.2 blocks per game, and Scottie Barnes 1.8 blocks per game. Then after that, we had the game in Houston. Now, I had hoped that Houston would push for a game 7, but the Lakers went and did their homework and came back to mark Alperen Şengün, and boy oh boy did they do a very, very good job on doing that. They marked Alperen Şengün, coupled with the fact that Reeves came back. Timely return of Reeves. Austin Reeves saved the Lakers, and they made sure that they set up a series with the champions, Oklahoma City Thunders. Now, like it or not, I'm going to be supporting Lakers in that series, but yeah, it was a shock. More on that later. Let's jump into the highlights of this one as well.
42%. Shepherd on the drive. Eason an open look. Bottom. That is the first. Reeves defended by Thompson, one of the best defenders in the NBA. LeBron James. Contact, and he lays it in. Reeves, all penetration, rejected by Thompson. Murrah, bullet feed to Ayton. Ayton on the fade. And Şengün gets a piece. Now, LeBron James playing in his 298th career playoff game, and he just sets up Murrah. And off the catch. Smart, off-balance delivery. No, Lakers go one and done. Thompson rushing up the floor. Reeves trying to defend him. Count it, and a foul. And with Raptors halfway down from the corner.
Great ball movement, though. Excellent pass by Şengün and an excellent pass by Thompson.
The entry, and James does the rest. Layups.
Now, of course, Reeves was instrumental in this win to help the Lakers eliminate Houston Rockets 98-78 win in Game 6 of the Western Conference First Round Playoff Series last night. And of course, they managed to hold the Rockets to a season low in points because their defense was on point. They came specifically with one thing: stop Alperen Şengün, and they did. But of course, this sets them up for Oklahoma Thunders in the next round, which is going to be a tough series for them. But hopefully, we are hoping that Luka Doncic is not far away from his return. I am hoping he's back soon. So the Los Angeles Lakers advance to the second round for the first time since 2003, when it lost to Denver Nuggets, of course, to that gentleman's sweep in the Western Finals, despite missing their top player, Luka Doncic, in this series. Now, of course, another player that is worth mentioning was Hachimura, who dropped 21 points with 5 3-pointers in this game. So everything clicked. The return of Austin Reeves in this game, and of course Hachimura and all the other chips. Then also Aiden doing an amazing job on stopping Alperen Şengün, ensured that the Lakers set up a series in the next round. All right, more in the highlights.
Snaps in a three. No, follow won't go, and it's rebounded by James.
Şengün got deep, and I think he got fouled on that first shot.
LeBron, spin, LeBron, bucket. Timeout Rockets. Spray it out, Hachimura, got a three.
This guy's...
And the lead is back up to 15. Thompson forcing the action, had it blocked on the inside. James leaves it for Reeves. We are under a minute to go. First half, James, he sticks it. And the first position on it. Smart ahead from the field. 2:32 to go in the third. The Euro, Smith, he banks it in. Offending Reeves. The handles, the drive, and the bucket. That is tough stuff. Wow. Couldn't fake out Laravia. Issa now with 7 to shoot. Kicks it for the Thompson three. Bottom. Trying to drive it on Smart. Work it to the other side. Kogi feed the post. Şengün turns and finishes. Fake on a three. Back in. Hachimura has reached flow for Hachimura. Shepard can't answer. Şengün with a follow jam.
That's the one thing with Hachimura, and up big, it puts everyone else. He will get better as time goes on, and obviously he'll need to if they go ahead and finish this off. And
James has got 28 points.
7th assist to go with his 28 points.
Spin, Thompson with the flush.
Who had
Comes away with a turnover. Smith steps into it and cans a triple.
came them throughout the year, did a great job. You can only overcome so many.
Bronny James missed it. Oh, the crank by Thero. The Western Conference second round is all.
That is Luka right there. We are hoping he returns soon enough to set up an amazing second round fixture against Rockets. All right, so that's how that one ended. Thanks to Reeves and Hachimura, the Lakers managed to make it through. And a look at the team comparisons, the Lakers were clearly miles ahead. But of course, credit to Houston Rockets. They managed to push this game. And no thanks to KD. I'm sorry to say, but KD was useless in this game, in this series. But anyway, that's how that one ended. So that concluded the games of the night. Now you can watch out for more games coming up. The series continue. Remember, we have 3 games that are set up for Sunday for Game 7. That is the Pistons taking on Magics. That will be an interesting one here. I am hoping Pistons goes through in this game. Then Cleveland Cavaliers, all of them are actually in the Eastern Conference series. Cleveland Cavaliers taking on Raptors Toronto. I'm hoping Toronto manages to win that one. Then finally, Boston Celtics and the 76ers. I'm hoping the 76ers manage to win this one. And let's hope and see how everything goes. All right, guys, that's enough from me. Until next time, peace out.